The year is 1775. Tension grips the American colonies. Amidst the Green Mountains, a new breed of warrior emerges. Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys. Settlers clashed with authorities over territory and governance. The spirit of defiance forged the Green Mountain Boys. As tensions with Great Britain escalated, the spirit of rebellion spread like wildfire. Born in Connecticut in 1738, Ethan Allen embodied the spirit of the frontier. Allen's charisma and fiery rhetoric made him a natural leader for the disaffected settlers. He formed the Green Mountain Boys, a militia dedicated to protecting the settlers' interests. Allen's words resonated with the settlers, who saw in him a champion for their cause. Under Allen's leadership, the Green Mountain Boys became a force to be reckoned with. The Green Mountain Boys were a disciplined militia, trained in guerrilla warfare. They were masters of their environment, using the dense forests and rugged terrain to their advantage. Training was rigorous, often taking place in the dead of night. They were fighting for their homes, their families, and their freedom. Word of their exploits spread, attracting adventurous souls. The Green Mountains were a land of opportunity and contention. Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys resisted New York's encroachments with cunning and force. They disrupted surveys, driving away surveyors and destroying equipment. They established their own system of justice, holding their own courts. The struggle against New York hardened their resolve and honed their skills. As the 1770s dawned, the conflict with Great Britain over taxes and representation cast a long shadow. Ethan Allen recognized the significance of these events and rallied the Green Mountain Boys. The passage of the Intolerable Acts in 1774 further inflamed the situation. The spirit of rebellion spread like wildfire, fueled by a shared sense of injustice. The Green Mountain Boys were eager to join the fight. Ethan Allen was not content with passive resistance. He devised a daring plan to capture Fort Ticonderoga. Allen inspired the Green Mountain Boys with his vision and confidence. The capture of Fort Ticonderoga would be a defining moment. Allen understood the importance of morale and the impact of a successful strike. The Green Mountain Boys intensified their training as whispers of rebellion turned into open defiance. Ethan Allen drilled his men relentlessly, honing their skills. Training often took place under the cover of darkness. Word of their activities spread, attracting adventurous souls. The Green Mountain Boys possessed a unique set of skills that made them formidable adversaries. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys gathered on the shores of Lake George. The march to Ticonderoga was fraught with challenges. The men moved with practiced stealth, their footsteps muffled by the soft earth. Ethan Allen offered words of encouragement, reminding them of the importance of their mission. A sense of camaraderie and shared purpose settled over the men. The first rays of dawn painted the sky as Ethan Allen and his men reached the shores of Lake Champlain. Crossing the lake would be the most perilous part of their mission. The crossing was tense and arduous, the men rowing with grim determination. As they neared the opposite shore, the fog lifted, revealing Fort Ticonderoga. The sight of their objective spurred them on, their fatigue forgotten in the face of imminent danger. The Green Mountain Boys, soaked to the bone and shivering from the cold, scrambled ashore just as the first rays of sunlight pierced through the dissipating mist. They had made it across Lake Champlain undetected. Their gamble had paid off. Now, with the element of surprise on their side, they faced their final challenge, storming the fort and overwhelming its unsuspecting garrison. Ethan Allen, a towering figure radiating confidence and determination, rallied his men for the final assault. With a roar, he led the charge, his men surging forward with a ferocity born of months of pent-up frustration and a burning desire for liberty. They swarmed into the fort, their sudden appearance throwing the British defenders into confusion and disarray. The battle, if it could be called that, was over almost as quickly as it began. The British soldiers, caught completely off guard, offered little resistance. Startled awake by the commotion, many stumbled out of their barracks, still half asleep, only to be confronted by a sea of determined faces and the glint of steel. Outnumbered and outmaneuvered, the British commander, William Delaplace, had no choice but to surrender. The capture of Fort Ticonderoga was a stunning victory for the Green Mountain Boys, a testament to their courage, their cunning, and their unwavering belief in their cause. It was a victory won not on the field of conventional battle, but through a daring plan, meticulous execution, and the element of surprise. The news of their triumph would spread like wildfire, igniting a spark of hope and defiance throughout the colonies. The capture of Fort Ticonderoga was more than just a military victory. It was a symbolic triumph that resonated far beyond the shores of Lake Champlain. The seizure of the fort, once considered impregnable, sent shockwaves through the colonies, bolstering Patriot morale and shaking British confidence. It was a clear signal that the colonists were a force to be reckoned with, capable of challenging the might of the British Empire. Beyond its symbolic significance, the capture of Fort Ticonderoga had important strategic implications. The fort, situated at the southern tip of Lake Champlain, controlled a key waterway that connected British Canada to the rebellious colonies. Its capture gave the colonists control of this vital artery, disrupting British supply lines and opening up a potential invasion route into Canada. Equally important were the spoils of war. Fort Ticonderoga housed a treasure trove of military supplies, including cannons, mortars, and muskets, all desperately needed by the fledgling Continental Army. These captured weapons would prove invaluable in the coming battles, helping to level the playing field between the poorly equipped colonists and the well-armed British forces. The victory at Fort Ticonderoga transformed the Green Mountain Boys from a band of local militia into heroes of the Revolution. Their daring raid captured the imagination of the colonists, inspiring others to join the fight for liberty. News of their exploits spread rapidly, carried by word of mouth, by printed pamphlets, and by the sheer excitement of those who had witnessed their courage firsthand. The Green Mountain Boys had shown that even the seemingly invincible British could be defeated, and in doing so, they had ignited a flame of resistance that would burn brightly throughout the long and arduous struggle for independence. The stunning victory at Fort Ticonderoga emboldened the Continental Congress. They saw a unique opportunity in the capture of this strategic fortress and invasion of Canada. The goal was twofold: to deprive the British of a strategic base of operations and to rally the French Canadians to the cause of American independence. Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys, fresh off their triumph at Ticonderoga, were eager to take part in this ambitious campaign. The invasion of Canada, launched in the fall of 1775, was a daring gamble. The Continental Army, still in its infancy, faced a grueling march through unforgiving terrain, plagued by logistical challenges and the onset of a harsh Canadian winter. Ethan Allen, always seeking opportunities for bold action, found himself leading a small force tasked with capturing Montreal, a key city controlling access to the St. Lawrence River. Allen's force, consisting mainly of Green Mountain Boys and a contingent of Canadian volunteers, faced a formidable challenge. Montreal was defended by a well-equipped British garrison and supported by loyalist militia. Undeterred, Allen, relying on his characteristic blend of cunning and audacity, devised a plan to capture the city by stealth. The plan hinged on secrecy and speed. Allen's force would cross the St. Lawrence River under the cover of darkness, infiltrate the city, and seize control before the British could mount an effective defense. It was a risky plan, fraught with potential pitfalls, but Allen was confident in the skill and determination of his men. He had, after all, instilled in them a belief that they were capable of achieving the extraordinary. The element of surprise, so crucial to the success of their previous endeavors, eluded Ethan Allen and his men at Montreal. British forces, alerted to their movements, lay in wait, their muskets primed and cannons loaded. As Allen's force attempted to cross the St. Lawrence River under the cover of darkness, they were met with a hail of gunfire. The battle was fierce but brief, a chaotic clash of muskets and bayonets in the pre-dawn darkness. Outnumbered and outgunned, Allen and his men fought with characteristic tenacity, but they were eventually overwhelmed and forced to surrender. The dream of a swift and decisive victory at Montreal lay shattered, a stark reminder that even the most audacious plans can be undone by unforeseen circumstances and the fortunes of war. The defeat at Montreal was a significant setback for the Continental Army's invasion of Canada. Ethan Allen, captured during the battle, would spend the next 2.5 years as a prisoner of war, enduring harsh conditions and the psychological strain of captivity. Despite the hardships he faced, Allen's spirit remained unbroken, his belief in the cause of American independence unwavering. The remaining Green Mountain Boys, now under the command of Allen's cousin Seth Warner, continued to fight alongside the Continental Army. They participated in the siege of Quebec City, a grueling and ultimately unsuccessful attempt to capture the heavily fortified capital of Canada. Despite their courage and tenacity, the Continental Army, weakened by disease, dwindling supplies, and mounting casualties, was forced to retreat from Canada in the spring of 1776. Guerrilla warfare in the north, harassing the British and securing supply lines. The retreat from Canada marked a turning point for the Green Mountain Boys. No longer engaged in large-scale battles, they shifted their focus to a form of warfare ideally suited to their skills and knowledge of the terrain: guerrilla warfare. Operating in small mobile units, they harassed British forces, ambushed supply lines, and gathered intelligence, becoming a constant thorn in the side of the British war effort. The Green Mountain Boys' knowledge of the rugged terrain of the North proved invaluable. They knew every hidden path, every mountain pass, every ford and stream. They used this knowledge to their advantage, striking swiftly and silently, then melting back into the wilderness before the enemy could react. Their tactics, though unorthodox, proved remarkably effective. They disrupted British communications, delayed reinforcements, and sowed fear and uncertainty among the enemy ranks. They became the eyes and ears of the Continental Army in the north, providing valuable intelligence on British troop movements and fortifications. The Green Mountain Boys' exploits during this period may have lacked the grandeur of their earlier victories, but their contribution to the war effort was no less significant. They played a crucial role in slowing the British advance, buying precious time for the Continental Army to regroup, train, and prepare for the long and arduous struggle ahead. The legend of Ethan Allen grows, a captive hero and a symbol of defiance. While the Green Mountain Boys continued to fight in the north, their legendary leader, Ethan Allen, remained a prisoner of war. Transported from one British prison to another, Allen endured harsh conditions, deprivation, and the constant threat of disease. Yet he never wavered in his belief in the cause of American independence, his defiant spirit unbroken by captivity. News of Allen's capture spread throughout the colonies, transforming him from a regional folk hero into a national symbol of defiance against British tyranny. His capture became a rallying cry for patriots, his name invoked in taverns and town squares, his image appearing on broadsides and pamphlets. While imprisoned, Allen refused to be silenced. He wrote letters, smuggled out of prison, denouncing British oppression and urging his countrymen to fight for their freedom. He engaged in spirited debates with his captors, challenging their assumptions and defending the principles of liberty and self-determination. Allen's captivity, though a time of great personal hardship, only served to enhance his legend. He became a symbol of the indomitable spirit of the American Revolution, a testament to the power of conviction and the unwavering belief in the righteousness of the cause. The Green Mountain Boys' enduring legacy, shaping the American military tradition. The Green Mountain Boys' contributions to the American Revolution extended far beyond their military exploits. Their unconventional tactics, their mastery of guerrilla warfare, and their unwavering spirit left an indelible mark on the American military tradition, influencing generations of soldiers and shaping the very character of the United States Army. The Green Mountain Boys' legacy can be seen most directly in the lineage of the U.S. Army Rangers. Elite soldiers renowned for their skills in reconnaissance, direct action, and unconventional warfare. The Rangers, tracing their roots back to the frontier scouts and irregular forces of the colonial era, embody the same spirit of independence, adaptability, and fighting prowess that characterized Ethan Allen and his men. The Green Mountain Boys' emphasis on marksmanship, their ability to operate independently behind enemy lines, and their understanding of the importance of terrain and camouflage are all hallmarks of the Ranger ethos. Their legacy is also evident in the U.S. Army's embrace of unconventional warfare doctrine, recognizing that victory often depends on adaptability, innovation, and the ability to fight effectively outside the confines of traditional battlefield tactics. The Green Mountain Boys story is a testament to the power of ordinary citizens to achieve extraordinary things when united by a common purpose and inspired by courageous leadership. They were farmers, shopkeepers, and woodsmen who, when called upon, answered the call to arms, sacrificing their safety and security to fight for a cause greater than themselves. Their legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that the fight for liberty and self-determination is an ongoing struggle, one that demands courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the ideals upon which this nation was founded. The first Rangers setting the precedent for unconventional warfare. The Green Mountain Boys embodied the spirit of American military doctrine. The Rangers. They were masters of the wilderness, skilled in stealth, camouflage, and surprise attacks. Their tactics, honed in Vermont, proved effective against the British. Ethan Allen trained them to use the terrain, strike swiftly, and vanish. This style became the hallmark of the Green Mountain Boys. Their legacy influences modern special operations forces. From wilderness fighters to national heroes' impact on the Revolutionary War, the Green Mountain Boys' impact went far beyond tactical victories. Their daring exploits captured the imagination of the American public. They became symbols of resistance against British tyranny. News of their victory at Fort Ticonderoga spread like wildfire. The Green Mountain Boys showed that the British were not invincible. Their exploits became the stuff of legend. Ethan Allen emerged as a folk hero, synonymous with courage and defiance. Allen, clad in buckskins, became an enduring symbol of the American spirit. The Green Mountain Boys' victories boosted morale and inspired the fight for liberty. Beyond the battlefield, the Green Mountain Boys' legacy of independence. The Green Mountain Boys' legacy extends far beyond the battlefields of the Revolutionary War. Their fight for independence transcended British rule. Embodying the spirit of the American frontier, they believed in self-government and fiercely defended their way of life. Their legacy is evident in Vermont's establishment as an independent republic in 1777. For 14 years, Vermont governed itself as a sovereign nation. Though Vermont joined the Union in 1791, its period of independence is a powerful reminder of the Green Mountain Boys' enduring legacy. The Green Mountain Boys may have faded into the mists of history, their exploits becoming the stuff of legend and lore, but their spirit, their unwavering belief in liberty, and their willingness to fight for what they believed in, continues to resonate with Americans today. Their legacy is etched in the granite hills of Vermont, in the names of towns and counties, and in the countless monuments and memorials that dot the landscape. Their story speaks to the very essence of what it means to be American independent, resourceful, and fiercely determined to defend liberty. The Green Mountain Boys' story is a testament to the power of ideas and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The Green Mountain Boys, a legacy forged in defiance. These rugged frontiersmen defied British rule, leaving an indelible mark on the American Revolution. Their story is a testament to ordinary citizens achieving extraordinary things. Their legacy is measured in courage, resourcefulness, and an unwavering belief in liberty. From defying New York's land claims to capturing Fort Ticonderoga, they adapted and overcame. Their legacy extends beyond military exploits, embodying the indomitable spirit of fighting for a greater cause. Echoes of Ethan Allen, a nation's character defined. Ethan Allen, the charismatic leader of the Green Mountain Boys, stands as one of the most intriguing figures of the American Revolution. A man of contradictions, both a fierce advocate for liberty and a slave owner, Allen embodied the complexities of the American character. His legacy defies easy categorization. He inspired his men with his unwavering self-belief and audacity. His words resonated with the spirit of the American frontier. Allen's influence extended far beyond the battlefield. his writings offered a unique perspective on liberty. He believed passionately in the right of the people to govern themselves. Ethan Allen, the farmer, the philosopher, the soldier, the legend, he embodied the spirit of a nation in its infancy. His story serves as a reminder that leadership takes many forms. The spirit of 76, a timeless call to action. The story of Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys is more than just a chapter in a history book. It is a timeless tale of courage, conviction, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Their legacy transcends the battlefields of the 18th century, serving as a beacon for all who believe in the inherent right of individuals to chart their own course. The spirit of 76, the spirit of defiance, resilience, and unwavering belief in liberty, is not confined to a specific time or place. It is a spirit that lives on in the hearts and minds of those who refuse to accept oppression. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to Untold Past, and ring the notification bell for more historical content.